All right, y'all asked and Cricut is listening. I want to let you guys in on this huge update from Cricut. Y'all, we've already talked about it with iOS, but now you can complete this brand new Cricut Design Space feature on your desktop. This is huge news. It should be plastered all over the internet. You can now turn your PNGs into SVGs with just a few clicks of your mouse in Design Space. So let's hop right into it. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this using Design Space Beta. So once you're in Design Space, I've just got a blank canvas pulled up, but we're gonna wanna switch to the beta version. So I'm gonna come up here to the top right, and we're gonna go to our settings. From here, you're gonna see general, and then you're gonna see application experience. We're gonna switch that to beta, and then we're gonna hit done. Now, sometimes this will restart Cricut Design Space, so we're just gonna let that load really quick, and then we're gonna hop right into it. All right, so you can see as I switched into beta, Cricut Access is letting us know you asked, we delivered, convert to layers is here. Y'all, we talked about this with the iOS version and it blew up, but now that it's on desktop, this is a game changer, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and X off of this, and I'm gonna show you all exactly how this works. This is like next level for Cricut Design Space in my opinion. I think this is one of the coolest features that they have ever added. I honestly love it so much. So what you're gonna need to do is just go ahead and create a new project, okay? Now, what we're gonna do is go on to the World Wide Web, and we're just gonna find an image that we want to use as an SVG. It can be any old image. You can use virtually any image, but I wanna talk about the images that are gonna work best for this. So you're gonna want to use a very simple colored image. So you don't want to use anything with lots of shading or anything like that. A lot of texture is not going to work really well. So I'm just going to type in lion clip art. You can type in whatever you want, whatever type of image you're thinking. And what we're going to do is just scroll. Now we can just go to images and look at images this way. This one is very cute. I mean, it could be Mickey Mouse. It could be a print and the cut image that you've worked with before that you would really love to see as an SVG. Honestly, anything. You can snag it, and we're just going to show you how you can separate the layers and colors in that image into actual cuttable layers like an SVG would function. Okay, this one is so cute. So I'm just going to screenshot this. Command-Shift-4. And we're going to open this image in Cricut Design Space. So let's go back to Design Space. I'm gonna upload my image. Go to your desktop. We're just gonna click and drag it in. Okay, and then I'm gonna select continue. Now, this one has a background because we did take a screenshot. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove my background right here. Okay, completely gone. And then I'm going to select apply and continue. Now, you've probably never seen this page if you weren't working in the beta version, but this is what it looks like whenever you upload a PNG now. So normally it would come in as a flat graphic or the single layer. That's typically what you would see whenever you upload an image, and it would say cut image or print image, and you would select whichever one you want. But now we've got the multiple layers option. So you can see beneath here, it says it creates up to 9 layers separated by color. So we're gonna select that one, and we're going to continue. Now it's letting us know, convert to layers. It's a beta feature. Instantly convert an image into layers. As a Cricut Access subscriber, you've got perks. By choosing multiple layers, you can convert a multicolored image into separate layers. So we're gonna select check it out. It's just giving us the info. And then you can see it looks a little crazy. So this is not how we want it to look. Now over here on this left panel, you're gonna see lots of different options. So we're just gonna start at the top. It says it's gonna let us create up to 9 layers separated by color. You're gonna wanna select if you want an uploaded image as clip art or photo. This is obviously a clip art. This is not an actual photo. And they also have this option, which I think is really cool. It's a stacked or sliced. So the stacked is gonna give you stacked layers of colors. The slice is gonna cut a little bit differently, so it's gonna cut where the colors meet. So even if you select this, it says it creates layers that fit together like a puzzle piece without overlapping. This is really good for infusible ink projects. And then the stacked, it just creates that solid base layer and the other layers stack on top of it, which is really good for HTV, paper, and vinyl projects. And that's typically what we're gonna be selecting. So I'm gonna stick with clip art and stacked. Now, obviously this looks like a head of broccoli. It literally doesn't look like a line at all. So I'm gonna go over here into my layers and we're gonna select more colors. Now, I like to live in this like 4 to 3 to 5 range. I don't like to do the 9. I'm gonna select 9. This image doesn't really have 9 layers. I mean, you can look at it and see that there's really only like 4 or 5 colors, but it's getting very specific into the shades of yellow and gold and orange over here. And so you can even click on each of these and see they're all different colors. But y'all, that's gonna be so thick if we layer that as HTV. So I'm just gonna stick with 4. And that looks really good. So we've got our nude color layer here. We have this golden orange layer here, the deeper orange here, and then the face, which is in black, okay? So I feel like that is really all that we need. I love that you can customize that. And not only that, but you can go to advanced and you can select the smoothness, you can reduce the noise, and you can simplify. Now this particular image is honestly pretty much perfect for what we need, so we don't have to mess with these a lot. I can select them and show you a little bit how it's gonna look. I mean, you can tell right here when I zoom in that it smooths out these cuts. But honestly, we don't need that as much. I'm gonna zoom back in and show you what it looks like with no smoothing. Now you can see here, there's a couple little divots and you're not gonna get a perfectly even SVG just because of the nature of what this is, but I'm gonna zoom in. This is on the low smoothness. I actually kind of like that, so let's just stick with low. And then you can go down here to reduce noise. Now this is for reducing speckles and ultrafine details while still keeping the sharpness. So I'm just gonna select low and let's see how much of a difference it really makes. These are pretty solid colors, so I don't think that it's gonna make that much of a difference. I'm just gonna keep this on none. And then simplify is gonna be really good for higher detailed images as well. So it's just gonna really improve the cutability. So I'm gonna keep that on none. And then what we're gonna do next is go to continue. Now it's gonna ask you to name your screenshot. So we're just gonna name this lion and you can save it into whatever collection you want, and then we're gonna upload. Okay, now it's in here. Obviously it looks a little different than a PNG, but at first glance over here in the layers panel, it looks like it's just one layer. Now, if you see a little arrow right here, I want that to be your indicator that there's probably other layers underneath that image. So I can even click that and see all 4 of those layers. They're gonna come in grouped together. So we're gonna need to ungroup them in order to see them as their separate layers. So I'm just gonna hit ungroup up here on the top right of the layers panel. And you can see it's got it on 4 different layers now. So look, I can pull all these apart and all the colors stay grouped together, which I think is so helpful. And you can see exactly what's gonna cut out of each color. Y'all, this is incredible. This is so helpful. If you've got an image that you just absolutely love and you're like, it's a PNG, I need to cut it out of vinyl, like this is just not gonna work for me, this design space function is gonna change your crafting game. So I really, really love this feature. And then all you would have to do from here is literally go to the Make It screen. You can save your project. We're gonna type in a lion, save it to my projects, and then you can see it puts it on its own mat just as if it were any other standard SVG. And if you're cutting it with HTV, obviously mirror all your layers and then you can go ahead and cut it and send it through your Cricut machine. Okay, I need to know in the comments what you guys think about this new Design Space feature. I just think this is next level for Cricut. They really, really are hearing what we have to say, and they are answering all of our requests. So if you all have not tried this feature yet, I would love for you to try it out and let us know what you think about it down in the comments. If you liked what you saw today and you really want to learn more about using your Cricut and all the cool things that Design Space has to offer, you can join our Crafty membership in the link below. You can join for just $1 today and become a part of a community of like-minded crafters. So we will see you all in the next video. And if you like this one, make sure to watch this one up here. I'll see you guys next time.